At Peggy's digging speed, even if this is a vein containing millions of spirit stones, it'll be cleaned out in 2 or 3 hours. 2 or 3 hours? Even a fool would realize they're trapped in a formation. I can only try to dig out as many spirit stones as possible before they discover it. If nothing unexpected happens, it should be possible. Congratulations on triggering a side quest. As an experienced host who has lost all their power, please choose one of the 3 opponents and defeat them head-on. You will receive extremely generous rewards. Little fairy, you need to be extra vigilant. If anything happens, immediately take the 3 of them and fly away. As for me, I'm going to court death. Strange, why haven't we reached the area with the richest spiritual energy yet? That's the only way to enter the mine. Nephew Gua, why did your Radiant Saint sect only send you 2 half-saints this time? If that purple demon king recovers his strength, he'll be invincible below Martial Saint. My master and father happened to be in seclusion recently. Besides, didn't we know that the Taishian Holy Sect would be sending you? Considering your relationship with my father, you'll definitely take good care of me. Besides, my father also sent a half-saint Deathsworn to protect me. If things go south, he can also buy me some time. It's young Master Gua. What, you sound a bit unconvinced? Jiaolong, don't forget, everything you have was given to you by my father. What he gives, he can take back. I'm in a good mood today after discovering this large spirit stone mine, so I won't argue with you. Humph? This sharp aura? It's a super artifact. No wonder such a remote place could nurture such a spirit vein. It must be thanks to this artifact. Young master, shouldn't we call Martial Saint He over to take a look? I'd have to share the credit for the spirit stone vein with that old man. This super artifact must belong to me. But, no buts, Jiaolong, you're just too timid. Then be careful, young master. Why did Martial Saint He suddenly disappear? Haha, just holding it. I feel an endless stream of power surging into me. This item is destined to be mine, Guiyan. Ha ha! Ouch! Who dares to ambush this saint? Young master. It's nothing, it does hurt, but it won't kill this saint. This seems to be another artifact. My luck is incredible today. Perhaps I just triggered this artifact's self-protection mechanism. Young master, this looks more like a trap someone set, or perhaps a treasure left here by some expert. How ignorant, judging by the power that just hit me. This is also a super artifact. Who would be willing to leave it here as a trap? Besides, have you sensed any fluctuations of spiritual energy from any living beings nearby? This super artifact should belong to me. Second master, the opponent is now physically and mentally exhausted. It's your turn to strike. Who is this lowly rat? Where's my divine weapon? Where is this? How dare you touch Guan's saber? Ah! Young master, what's wrong, young master? Little one, this old man's divine weapon. This is not something you mere half-saints can touch. Someone was actually beside us all along? Yet I didn't detect any spiritual power at all. This is the depths of a dense forest, surrounded by high-ranking ferocious beasts. There's no way it could be an ordinary person with no spiritual power. A master, definitely a super expert. You unmannerly child, there's no need to be on guard. This old man has no interest in bullying you. He's full of openings, yet he's so calm. Beep it, it must be a trick to lure me into attacking. However, this Guiyan who dirted this old man's divine weapon must be taught a small lesson. Well done. Completely losing my cultivation has really weakened me. My wrists are a bit sore. Divine General, stop hitting me, please stop. What happened? Why did I collapse? Truly a master, to free the young master from the abnormality without harming his mind. What terrifying control. As expected, trying to take down a half-saint in one hit was wishful thinking. Luckily, I have 9 other ways to kill him. 9. Congratulations to the host for completing the side quest. Defeat one of the enemies head-on. System, is this quest really that literal? Just defeat them? If I trip them with a rope, does that count? Young master, are you alright? These 2 artifacts belong to the senior. He was the one who helped you regain your senses. His artifacts belong to the virtuous. This good-for-nothing with no spiritual power, and he still wants to steal this saint's artifact. Please claim your quest reward. 1. Remove all negative buffs from the host. I knew there were benefits to bringing Rinchan along. I'll bring him with me every time I use cheats from now on. I thought you were stronger than this. You're just a peaked martial king who focuses on body cultivation. This saint was just being careless. You couldn't even leave a complete body behind. Who said? A martial king can't kill a half-saint? Second master, let's have. What kind of weapon is this? Jialong, where did you die to? Come and protect me. Young master, I can't spare a hand. You're pretty good. Unlike your useless young master, I'm struggling to even parry the attacks of his split soul. I doubt he's even a half-saint. The young master became a half-saint through forced empowerment from the sect master. I cultivated every step of the way myself. You're not bad either. As a martial king, you can actually fight me. Jialong, right? Since we're not enemies when it comes to hating your young master, how about we make a deal? Secret voice transmission? I want to capture your young master and extort a ransom from the Radiant Saint sect. You just need to fake surrender. I guarantee I'll torture your young master until he's begging for mercy in the ransom. I'll take 70%, you take 30%. Only a world where Guiyen, who trampled on your half-saint dignity, and his sect master, who aided and abetted him, are injured will satisfy me. How about it? Why should I trust you? Besides, the sect master and the others are my beloved relatives. Gotta add more money. Why? Just because this old man. I can even make that martial saint watching from the sidelines kneel and sing Conquest. Unknowingly set up a formation, disrupting this saint's spiritual sense. Brat, you're interesting. Offer your super artifacts, and then offer the secrets of that strange formation, and this saint might spare your life. As expected of the Starfall continent's supreme combat power in recent years, he hasn't even made a move, and he can already cause such a celestial phenomenon. Too bad this old man's ice and snow resistance has been tempered 1,000 times. Humph, you won't drink a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit. System, continue. Reward 2, as the host, you were actually suppressed by an immortal emperor from the upper realm, unforgivable, therefore. Reward, comprehensive upgrade of the unstoppable blade. I knew it, you said leveling up, but it's never been normal. Sunrise in the east, I alone am undefeated. As a reward for leveling up, host can use the unstoppable blade plus once for free without using the unsealing talisman. This is the first time I've seen you, a cheapskate, be so generous. I like this after-sales service. I'm known as the honest and reliable young master. How could I not be a good merchant? Wait, what do you mean by new unsealing talisman? What about the unsealing talismans I saved from previous missions? Did they expire? That's the unsealing talisman I was willing to take a few extra punches for, but couldn't bear to use. System, give me an explanation. Wow, look over there, your enemy can fly. I was just shaken by your sudden burst of power, so you're all show and no go. Surrender yours, ha! In the blink of an eye, my greatest trump card has become worthless. I have to start saving again. I'm going to live life to the fullest from now on. Hey, have you ever seen When Heaven and Earth First Parted? Chest out, head up, stomach in, you're quite old, yet you have no posture. Before unsealing, it turned into an embroidery needle. After unsealing, it's no longer 40 meters long. I can't even see the tip of the blade now. The length of the blade is just an illusion. Within my blade's reach is my divine domain. A mere martial saint has already fallen into the blade prison created by the unstoppable blade. Unless the god of this domain agrees, or the blade is sheathed, even a child could trap this martial saint. In other words, the longer the unstoppable blade, the larger my control range. Could it be that the next upgrade will make it long enough to wrap around the planet and stab myself? You're awake. I presume you now have a clear understanding of your situation. As a revered martial saint, you dared to attack me, a frail martial emperor, causing irreversible damage to my fragile heart. Now, I request you write a personal letter to the Taishan Holy Sect, asking for a few million spirit stones as compensation for emotional distress. It's not too much, right? However, I'm a man who lacks a sense of security, so before the spirit stones arrive, I invite Marshal Saint to stay at our sect's 5-star prison for a few days. How does that sound? That's more like it. Flying so high, this junior is scared. System: after I sheathe the blade, will the force weakness still be there after the upgrade? That aspect hasn't improved. Sigh: I still have to carry this eye-catching blade back to the sect. Sigh: I originally wanted to maintain my low-profile persona. Renshan, you can dig slowly. I'll take these guests back to the Wangu sect. But system, the name Unstoppable Blade is flawed. Drawing the blade requires an unsealing talisman. But sheathing it is simple. It should be renamed Undrawable Blade, right? Later, you might even thank me for tricking you out of those unsealing talismans. That's because, once it's truly unsheathed, it will exceed your imagination. Hey, you three up front, line up in a V formation, then a straight line. Not enough, still not enough. Draw your blade more. The more you unsheath it, the more you can. Qingyang, these three are our next golden geese. Lock them up in the dungeon. Oh right, this Jiaolong and I really hit it off. Give him extra food and take good care of him. I still need to ask him how much money we can squeeze out of the Radiant Saint sect. Ah, Qian. You've come just in time. Stinky Goshing, using me as a cushion again. The system is finally free. Give me the rest of the quest rewards. Reward: 5,000 contribution points. You'll definitely be interested in the last one. 7 Profound Radiant Break, Volume 2. Qian, I found the second volume of the 7 Profound Radiant Break. Warm? Shouldn't spatial rings be unable to maintain temperature? And it seems to have a woman's faint fragrance. What is this feeling? The 7 Profound Radiant Break Technique Manual? Who's there? How dare you steal from me? I'll make your life a living hell. So, including your sect master's private funds, I should ask for a ransom of 4,230,000 spirit stones? Humph, why don't we put the ransom aside for now? Sect Master June, why don't you thaw your face first? It's already purple. There's nothing I can do. I got tricked by something inhuman, and I can't explain to Qian where the woman's fragrance on the item came from. Is it my fault? Who else is there to blame but you? How can the product you made be second-hand? Fortunately, I didn't touch the manual. Qian held it first. Otherwise, I definitely wouldn't have passed Qian's thorough, full-body sniff test. You're secretly enjoying this, you pervert. This upgrade of the Unstoppable Blade is something else. After sheathing the blade, that martial saint from the Taishan Holy Sect still looks like his soul is injured. Whatever, for Qian, I'll flatten the Taishan Holy Sect sooner or later. Weakening them by one martial saint in advance is a good thing. What is this Qian up to? And if the payment isn't timely, a dignified martial saint might be subjected to violence? The Wangu sect must have used some method to capture Qian. To be captured by a newly established sect. That he is unworthy of being a martial saint, it's a good thing this letter was seen by me, the hall master, first. If the sect master saw it, he would be furious. Mr. Ho, I remember the direct disciples saying that you are from Southwest Yang Province? Are you familiar with this Wangu sect? This Wangu sect is quite renowned in Southwest Yang Province. They've done quite a few shocking things these past few years. If martial saint he was careless, it's possible he fell into a trap. Our martial profound hall is responsible for maintaining the prestige of our Taishan Holy Sect. If we don't want to alarm the sect master, we must handle this ourselves. Mr. Ho, you are highly valued by the sect master now, and you are a guest elder of our martial profound hall. What is your opinion on this matter? Inferior strategy. Exchange spirit stones for martial saint he. This method is safe, but it would greatly damage the face of our Taishan Holy Sect. Middling strategy. Based on the Wangu sect's performance in the Dragon Tiger tournament, we need to send at least 3 martial saints. leading 50 martial emperors, to suppress them. However, making such a big fuss over dealing with a mid-tier sect would be detrimental to our sect's reputation. Moreover, acting across provinces is inconvenient and costly. Then, this superior strategy? Superior strategy. Why use an ox cleaver to kill a chicken? From what I know, the Eternal Sect's rapid rise has offended quite a few top-tier sects. Wouldn't it be delightful to have a tiger devour a wolf? Mr. Ho is right. I just wonder, if we were to incite others, which sects should we use? The Demon Fiend sect and the God-Slaying Palace, these two sects are both third-rate evil sects. Because of some matters in Huayin County, they are at odds with the Eternal Sect. Moreover, evil sects resort to any means, even the all-time sect would be in a flurry dealing with them. Then, let alone rescuing Marshal Saint He. Even wiping out the all-time sect wouldn't be difficult. I will head there. I can go to southwest Yan province and personally instigate a war between these two evil sects and the all-time sect. Thank you, Mr. Ho. I'll go get a batch of spirit stones as your expense fund. Hall Master, Uncle Ho, it's Chin hour. Morning exercises are about to start. Uncle Ho, let's go first. Mr. Ho, this nephew of yours is clever and has high cultivation talent, but when watching the female disciples' morning exercises, his gaze is really such a waste of his handsome, upright appearance. Young people in love, please forgive him, Hall Master. Monkey, how did you provoke two enemies for the sect at once? And two mere third-rate sects, they'll definitely kowtow at our doorstep. Won't this damage the image of infallibility you've cultivated in the Taishian Holy Sect? Muddled, you don't see the main contradiction. The Taishian Holy Sect just wants to bring back the martial saint. Isn't this just a word to the sect master? As for why I chose the God-Slaying Palace and Demon Fiend sect. 2 months ago, the God-Slaying Palace discovered a large spirit stone mine, and the Demon Fiend sect, in the past half-month, had amazing luck, consecutively discovering 2 medium-sized spirit stone mines. If we don't hurry and get these 2, what if they spend all our money? Then go arrange our departure. I'm going to watch the senior sisters do morning exercises. Every time I see him doing these things with that face, it feels so off. The face he sculpted looks too much like senior brother Qingyang. Every time I see this cunning face, I feel a chill run down my spine. Fortunately, his personality is still the same despicable type, otherwise, the Taishian Holy Sect would fall in a different way. But speaking of which, next time for infiltration, just send Elder Wei and Qingyang. Any sect with female disciples and high-ranking members would be overwhelmed. Mr. Ho, please wait. Since you're going out, please help us deliver these invitations to some of our first and second-rate sect allies. This is a grand event for our Taishian Holy Sect. The Demon Valley is about to open.